Long before colonial borders were drawn across Africa, a great African empire rose here, on the soil we now call Zimbabwe. Its kings commanded gold that lit the markets of distant oceans. Its name was carried on the lips of traders from the Swahili coast to the courts of Europe. This is the story of Mutapa State, the empire of Mwenemutapa, and it begins with our own ancestors. In the early 1400s, the great stone city of Great Zimbabwe was changing. A Karanga leader named Nyatsimba Mutota led his people northward in search of salt and new land, towards the fertile country of Dande near the Zambezi escarpment. From the lineage and the genius that built Great Zimbabwe, a new state was born on the northern plateau. Mutota and those who followed him did not start from nothing. They carried the knowledge of a civilization already centuries old. The rulers of this new state took a powerful title, Mwenemutapa. In our language, Mwene means Lord, and Mutapa, the conquered or seized land. Together, Lord of the conquered lands. Foreign traders struggled with the word, and the Portuguese later wrote it as Mwenemutapa. But the title was more than a name. The Mwenemutapa was a ruler and a spiritual figure, his authority woven together with the ancestors and the land itself. At its height, the Mutapa State stretched across much of northern Zimbabwean plateau into the Zambezi Valley, reaching towards lands that are today Mozambique, and influence felt as far as Zambia and beyond. Its wealth flowed from the earth, gold panned and mined across the plateau. And from the great herds in ivory, these goods traveled long trade routes to the coast, to the port of Sofala, and onwards to Kilwa, where they were exchanged for cloth, beads, and porcelain from India, Arabia, and China. In the early 1500s, a new power appeared on the coast. The Portuguese seized control of Sofala by 1506, hungry for the gold of the interior. They pushed inland, planting trading fairs and sending envoys to the Mwenemutapa's court. In 1561, a missionary named Gonçalo da Silveira reached the court and was put to death there that same year. For more than a century, the Portuguese pressed deeper until in 1629, a defeated Mwenemutapa was forced into a treaty that made him, in name, a vassal of the Portuguese crown. But the spirit of the plateau was not broken. Late in the 1600s, a formidable leader rose, Changamire Dombo, founder of the Roji. Commanding disciplined armies, Dombo defeated the Portuguese and by the 1690s swept their trading fairs from the plateau. For a time, the gold country was reclaimed by its own people. It stands as one of the proudest chapters in our pre-colonial history, proof that these kingdoms could meet a foreign power and prevail. Yet the Mutapa State that had ruled the plateau slowly waned, weakened by civil wars, by succession disputes, and by the rise of the Roji. It shrank from great empire to a smaller domain in the Zambezi Valley. By around the 1760s, after the death of one of its later rulers, the once mighty state had fragmented. Its embers lingered for generations more until the colonial era extinguished the last of its line. The Mutapa State reminds us of a simple, powerful truth. Zimbabwe is the heir to the great African states that traded with the world, governed vast lands, and bowed to no one as their birthright. The gold of Mwenemutapa is long spent, but the legacy is not. It lives in our name, in our heritage, and in the quiet confidence of people who know that here, on this plateau, our ancestors built empires.